So over the years, jerseys come and go. We've seen a lot of jerseys enter the NHL. A lot of jerseys have left just as quick as they've come. And we've had some jerseys that have come around multiple times because people like them so much. Today, we're going to be going over some forgotten jerseys in the NHL and if I think they should ever come back. I have them organized from actually the oldest date that they've been in the NHL to the most recent. So it's not alphabetical order from team name. So it kind of mixes it up a little bit. You're not going to know what team comes next. I also don't have a jersey for every single team. There's some teams where I look through their jersey history and jersey collection, and I just don't see any jerseys that are really forgotten. Or maybe teams have recently brought back jerseys that once were forgotten and now makes it not. So there will be some teams missed off this list, but that's on purpose. Before we get into it though, as always, if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed, like the video if you enjoyed. Let's get into it. So first off, for the Vancouver Canucks, we have their 1995 alternate jersey. This thing, I mean, I'm personally not a big fan of this jersey, and I think that's why for me, it's been forgotten. But I feel like the Canucks have brought back the flying skate so much, the black one, that it makes this one kind of forgotten a little bit because people love the current alternate jersey they have, the one they used last year or the year before that, and just the regular black skate that we all know today. I think people like that so much more than this, that this one kind of just gets left in the back burner and just forgotten about. This is actually the second gradient jersey that the Vancouver Canucks have worn. The first one actually did come back, and they brought it back as a reverse retro, if you guys remember that. This one's probably a little bit crazier of a design, even though that first one was crazy as well. Would I want this to come back? I'm going to say probably not. However, if they were to do a reverse retro, seeing this in blue and green, kind of like what they did with their first year reverse retro, I'd be so on board with. If that series was to ever come back, I would like this jersey to be done in green and blue, but for this jersey coming back the way it looks, it's a no from me. Next up, I don't know how forgotten this is, but to me, it's a jersey I forget quite a bit, and that's the 2000 Washington Capitals home jersey. I forget about this jersey quite a bit because I personally have no connection with this jersey. Some Caps fans maybe do. I know I'm fairly positive Ovechkin wore this jersey, so I know some fans definitely have a connection to this. But me personally, just as a jersey collector and not a fan of the Capitals, I forget about this jersey all the time. I was literally going through their history and I forgot that this jersey even existed. I forgot that that logo even existed, even though they've used it recently, I believe, but done in blue and red. I would be honestly okay with this jersey coming back in some way, shape, or form. I know their current alternate jersey now, the Screaming Eagle, is 10 million times better than this. And this uses the same colors, so I don't think they would ever actually bring this back. But I kind of like the look of it, and I would be on board with it. Next up, we got a 2002 New York Islanders alternate jersey. Now, the only reason I could see people not forgetting this jersey is because of how hideous it is. It's got to be up there as one of the most ugly jerseys in the NHL and just in NHL history. So that kind of answers if I would like it to come back. My answer is no. But I can see that that's probably why a lot of people forget about this jersey and aren't particularly a big fan of it, just because of how bad it is. Typically, bad jerseys, I feel like, get forgotten about quite easy. I might be wrong on this one being forgotten, but the 2003 Dallas Stars alternate, this thing is crazy. The fact this hasn't been brought back in any way, shape, or form, or brought back as a reverse retro is crazy to me. It makes me think that they like almost want it to be forgotten because they haven't brought it back at all, whether the organization doesn't like it or whatever it may be. But to me, it feels like the Dallas Stars are trying to make this thing forgotten and are trying not to bring this back in any way, shape, or form. I would be okay for a fun kind of, I don't know what kind of series it would be, but I would be okay with this thing coming back. Not full time, but I think as a fun like reverse retro series, I'd be so on board with it. Next up, the 2007 Edmonton Oilers home jersey. I forget about this jersey all the time. Again, Edmonton Oilers fans might not, and that's to be fair. I mean, even as a Canucks fan, there's not very many jerseys that I forget about because I'm just a fan of the team. So Edmonton Oilers fans probably remember this jersey fairly well and have good memories. Me not connected to them, I forget about this jersey all the time. I'd be so on board with this thing coming back, maybe even changing the colors a little bit too. I think this is a super cool jersey. Next up, the 2007 Minnesota Wild home jersey. I forget that the Minnesota Wild ever wore red. Like, to me, I look at this and I don't remember this at all. Probably because I didn't really watch hockey in 2007, so that might have something to do with it. But also, it's just not a very memorable jersey. I know it's the only time they've really worn red, so I guess that's a little bit memorable, but it's like not a great design. Like the shoulders, that thin yoke with that kind of half sleeve green, it's just not particularly a great design. So I think that's one reason it gets so forgotten. Would I be a fan of this Minnesota Wild jersey coming back? To be honest, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say this thing shouldn't come back. Next up, the St. Louis Blues 2008 alternate jersey. I adore this jersey so much. I'm particularly such a big fan of it. It's one of my favorite St. Louis Blues jerseys, but I feel like it's forgotten. Again, it's another one that they haven't brought back and they haven't tried to redesign, even through their reverse retro series. I guess it's not that retro, it's 2008, but still, I think it would fit in that series. I just don't get why not bring this thing back. This is, in my opinion, a beautiful jersey. I would love for it to come back. Next up, the Colorado Avalanche 2009 alternate jersey. This thing's crazy cool. I personally would love for this thing to come back. I think it's super cool. I like text logos. Colorado across is a little bit crazy. The design of the jersey itself is sick. Colorado is one of those teams that I kind of think could go for a new alternate jersey. So this jersey design with an actual logo on it and not the text logo, I'd be 1000% on board with. Next up, the 2009 Nashville Predators home jersey. This thing's crazy. This is the piano tile jersey. I forget that they ever had this jersey. Every time I do jersey concepts for my Instagram, I look back at this and I get remembered about it all over again. And I'm like, oh yeah, they did wear navy. They did have this jersey. And I am such a fan of it. I would love for some sort of variation of this jersey to come back. Next up, the 2010 Buffalo Sabres. I love this jersey, man. Again, this is another one that I kind of forget was even made. I'm a big fan of this. I'd be so on board with this jersey coming back. I think this is a very, very nice jersey. I think Buffalo has so many nice jerseys, so that's why this one kind of gets forgotten. Next up, which in my opinion is probably the most forgotten on this list, and that's the 2014 Anaheim Ducks Stadium Series jersey. One that's not particularly the best jersey in the world, but has a really cool feature, and that is that logo. They kind of added a chrome effect to that Anaheim Ducks logo, which I'm personally a big fan of. I think it is super cool and super fun. Would I like this jersey to come back? Probably not, but would I love this kind of designed logo to come back? Absolutely, they should come back with a chrome version of their logo. And last but not least, I have the 2016 Boston Bruins alternate jersey. I forget this thing even existed, to be honest. I mean, first of all, it's not the most beautiful jersey in the world, but I totally forget this thing ever existed. I'm not particularly a big fan of it. For that reason, I wouldn't like it to come back, or I wouldn't be super excited about it coming back. But man, like, I can't be the only one that forgets about this thing. But there you guys have it. That is some jerseys that I forget existed ever in the NHL. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also, let me know if you guys think I missed any. Is there any jerseys that I probably should have added to this list? Again, this is my personal list on jerseys that I forget. And yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. And I'll talk to you in the next one.